Okay. Can we go ahead and start with your name and age, please?
Yes, my name is Misty Lawrenson, and I'm 39 years old.
Okay. And where were you born? The country, state, and the city, please.
I was born in the United States in Fresno, California.
Okay, and then the term gender is often used as a synonym for sex, biological maleness, and femaleness. And then sex is the basis of, it's based off your reproductive organs and structures. So how does gender affect your life?
Can you tell me the definition of gender one more time?
It's often used as a synonym for sex, and it's mostly it's not based off of your reproductive, it's how you see yourself.
Okay, got it. That's what I thought it said. I wanted to make sure. So how has it affected my life?
Yes.
Well, I grew up in a very different time period than that's happening now, right?
Yeah.
Like gender identity, that's something I didn't hear until maybe the past, I don't know what, like 15 years, maybe 20 years or so. So as a kid growing up, what your gender was, it was almost synonymous with sex. Like whatever your reproductive organ was, that was your gender. And so how has it affected my life? Being being a girl, kind of how has being a girl affected my life? I remember as a kid always being pissed off because the boys could always do these really cool things.
Yeah.
Like my brother was in Scouts, and he used to go rappelling, and he would go hiking, and he would do all these really cool stuff. And the church group that I was involved in, we did like knitting. I mean, not knitting, but we like cooked
stuff like that. Yeah.
Sewed and did like really stupid things. And I was like, I remember as a teenager being really upset, saying, "Hey, I want to go hiking. I want to go rappelling. Why can't I?" And with sports and stuff, I always wanted to play with the boys, like kickball. I remember in like 4th, 5th grade, kickball was a huge thing, on the playground. And I remember coming home just mad as mad can be because the boys wouldn't let the girls play.
Because you were a girl, yeah.
Yes, and it wasn't, and nobody stepped in and said, "Hey, there's something wrong with this. Girls can play." It was just accepted. That's the way that it was.
Okay.
And the religious background that I grew up in, there was definitely roles for male and female.
Yeah.
And you had to kind of follow those rules. Not had to kind of follow those rules, but it was kind of taught to you.
Yeah, it was like a given. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and that's just what you did. You grew up, and you were going to be a wife and a mom, and that's what you did. And everything you did from the time you were little till the time you got married was so that you could be a good wife and a good mom.
Yeah.
And like clean the house and keep the house clean, and you could sew if you needed to, like, and cook and stuff like that. So it has affected my life because it definitely determined the activities and stuff I did as a child and the way that I viewed the things that I was supposed to do. And then as you get older and you kind of realize, well, hey, wait a minute, maybe this isn't exactly the right thing. You kind of go through this inner, I don't know, maybe you figure out what the right thing is for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay,
and then the last question, it says, what labels do you believe define you as a woman in our society?
Like me personally?
Yeah, you personally.
What labels define me?
Yes. Like, how would you label yourself? Like, there's labels out there. What labels would you put on yourself?
I would say I'm a feminist.
Okay.
I would say that I am a feminist. I would say that I lean toward feminist ideas. I think that there are different types of feminists. I definitely think, there's different, I don't know if levels is the right word, but there's different views of what being a feminist is. And I think I'm kind of a unique feminist in a way. I definitely am for equal rights and being treated equally, and that my mind is just as good as a man's mind, and that my work value should be valued just the same as a man's work value. But I also do think that there are differences between between men and women, you know. But anyways, so I would say definitely a feminist is something that I would, is a label that I would be comfortable saying.
Yeah.
That yes, I'm a feminist, but I also am a mom, and I'm proud to be a mom.
Yeah.
And I am a wife as well. So I'm not one thing. I'm a multiple of things, and I'm a teacher, and that's a label for me too. Is to be a teacher. That's an important label for me.
Okay. So that was the last question.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let me just